comes together. But guys, who wins this?
Liquid.
Yeah, I'm going for Liquid.
That's a pretty fair shot. We're looking at Liquid, we're looking at Evil Geniuses, and we're looking at this decider map of Inferno, brought to you by Henry G and Machine.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Setting the scene perfectly for our third and final map, Henry, of this series. It's time to see which one of these North American titans will stay in the upper bracket here in Katowice.
Well, nothing too fast to kick things off for Team Liquid on their T campaign here. They have 2 smokes, 2 Molotovs, and 4 flashbangs. It looks almost certain to be a B finish here with 5 players on this side of the map. And unfortunately for EG, they only have the 1. That's going to be Ethan, who has no smoke, no flashes, no armor. He's got the defuse kit, and they've got full B control here. They've got enough for a smoke towards Coffin, CT spawn. They can Molotov towards new boxes, maybe save one for a post-plant situation. So here come the smokes now. That's for CT. And we also got Nitro deploying the Coffin smoke. So they're going to want to go in. That's now going to be role reversal. It's going to be switched around, but that's absolutely fine. Ethan will just fire off some shots when his smoke goes down. Wait for the spam to come through. And here it comes.
Yep, that's the spam, the flash, nothing connecting for the CT, but he does survive, and that's something. He's the one with the kit. Should be easily stabilized by EG. They're going to have to go for this retake. A smoke and a flash on stand. And here comes the first fight. It's Cirque to win it.
That's so Stewie 2K, isn't it? Trying to swing through towards CT spawn. He offers himself up. 5 on 4. They have got that kit. And here they come. Flashbang goes through, and this is the full commitment.
And there's only 1 so far. Ethan, and now Breezy filling the feed. It's looking great for EG on the retake. There's nothing that he can do. He's not precise enough. And a clean collection for the CTs.
Yeah, overstepping the mark somewhat there. Stewie 2K, you can see what he had in mind there to try and swing through, get 1 quick kill. If he gets it, they might be able to win the round. But the fact he goes down so cleanly, it's going to be a very convincing finish there for EG. They only had 1 player towards the B side as well. It went down pretty quickly. And at that point, and look, the plant was coming through, everything was going to be great, but the post-plant does not work out for them. But the plant came through, so we do get some money available. That's going to be an extra $800. It enables you to get out 2 Kriegs if you want to, and you can see that coming through now. So it's going to have to be wealth distribution. You have to drop the Kriegs to players that have less money, which sounds counterintuitive, but it means they can buy armor, and then maybe drop the Krieg on top of that, which is $3,000.
Yeah, the sacrifice is 2 unarmored Deagles. You can see Elysian Twist's the one to swallow that bitter pill. But let's see if these Kriegs can find what they're hoping for.
This is one of the hardest rounds in CSGO at this level to overcome on the CT side, because you have next to no utility. You're either choosing, do we go for firepower or do we go for defensive grenades? They've opted for a bit of both, but they've only got a couple of smokes remaining, but they have got very strong banana control. You can see Ethan there towards the logs. Problem is now they know exactly where he is. So what's the next play?
A real stinker. They're hunting for Stan. He's the perfect weapon for the job, and pinpoint precise. Stewie collects. He knows there's another towards the log's position, and so many bullets thrown the way of Ethan. Eventually they will connect, but will they continue this push towards B? So much time on the clock, but they want to continue to twist this knife. They know they got that early casualties on the site, but Tarek has arrived and managed to catch Nitro before the smoke could plume. Bomb plant courtesy of NAF. Cirque Spray won't connect, but with 4 players still standing, Liquid have got a real shot at this one. You said just how difficult it is at this level. You see why.
Yeah, it's the scope of the Krieg especially. Up against the M4, it's such a difficult duel, and then it's waiting for an opportunity. If you give them a shot, they're going to nail it, as Stewie displayed. And at this point, you're calling the save in my book. You've got no kits, you've got no smoke. You might as well hold on to your 3 rifles, and it just goes to show you how difficult this round is. Very well played from Liquid. That Molotov pretty much secures the round. They could get 1 player tucked into that position. His teammate has to help out. It's just a matter of time before he shows himself, and they get the both kills. In they go. Tarek brings 1 back in their favor. Breezy probably goes downhill. Kill Stewie. Should be a trade. He's done very well to get 2 kills. He wants to survive now. That's like an extra $600 he's just farmed at that point. That means he can now drop up to a high-end SMG. He's got $2,000.
And interestingly enough, I mean, that is also a Krieg that's going to be taken away. Stewie had it. He had the low HP, and by holding the line, NAF was too hesitant to go and try and retrieve it. He stuck with the UMP.
Well then. Breezy opted to drop the CZ instead and buy himself a bit of utility, just to note that. So we've got 2 CZs to 5-7, and those 2 M4s here. 1-1. Liquid pull 1 back. Only one Krieg now, as the Galils are pulled out. You're going to see a lot more Galils going forward this year. Like, I feel like this tournament, it's really evident how powerful that can be now with this new price adjustment at 1,800.
Yeah, the change came, and it was very minimal immediate shift from the players.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those guns that players have avoided for so many years because it's always been the same. It's always been a decent little gun, but now with a slight spray adjustment and the price reduction, it's super viable at 1,800. Like, you saw what Stewie 2K did on Overpass of it. He got 3 kills of it and a real key round. It's still a rifle, 35 bullets as well. It's effective.
3 of those Galils on the Team Liquid roster for our third round here on our third map. Early exchanges of utility, still bucket loads for the Team Liquid advantage. Smoke towards long.
CTs have done a good job of holding on to 2 smokes at least. Stanislaw still has his at B. They're hoping they come towards that side of the map. You can see they've set another trap here, EG. 2 players towards sandbags. Need a bit of intel now. The map's gone too quiet. Start to probe towards a half wall, circle, rotate back. Tarek, CZ, flash through by his teammate. Flash not effective though. That's the first kill for Liquid. They can commit off this.
Yeah, nice taps from Stan. He didn't want to fluff his lines on that one. Stewie towards the side. In cold Zera, Breezy, he's full blind. Gosh, that was forever. An eternity he spent blind. And now the bomb can be planted. Naf onto Breezy. It's a level playing field for this retake. Twisty wants to stand his ground. The smoke still gives him room to maneuver now around pit.
So what's the next play here? They have the Krieg, the M4, Cirque waiting towards this cubby position. 2 players towards quad, and here they come.
This looks so tough for Liquid. Ethan's even got himself a rifle now, trying to force Twist into the fight. It's Stewie to find the first, though.
That might be enough.
Yeah, there's not enough time for it, and that smoke's still present. Stanley was hoping and praying they would find just a little spot of aggression, a little bit of blood, and on the way out, he does manage to inflict some damage. Stewie goes down again on the way out to preserve his rifle.
Yeah, nice moves there by Stan. We've talked about it so much this tournament. Every kill in CS has a knock-on effect. If they can somehow win the next round of these 2 rifles, the reinvestment's going to hurt them. That extra player has taken Stewie out of the equation financially. He's still got $6,000, so he can buy himself. That's no problem, but it will be 2-1 for Liquid there. Krieg safe for Stan, Galil for Ethan. For $2,000 per player. This is now dangerous territory. You're very tempted to force into it, but that can spiral out of control quickly. Sure, you have 2 rifles, you'll have some pistols and some grenades, but against a fully equipped Team Liquid, that might not be enough. It would be such a gamble. That's how they could take a timeout here. Discuss their options. I think a slight investment like P250s around these rifles, although it's not that interesting, not that exciting for them, it's the correct approach here.
Just going to have to swallow their pride a little bit. This was the Stanislaw first pickup, and I mean, Breezy, had he not gobbled that flash, he was in the perfect position, so great use of utility from Liquid to make that site takeable.
Well, what's the final complexion then? We'll have a look at the buy as it comes through. So CZ and a 5-7. So yeah, not much at all. So I like that. It's frustrating considering you've got a Krieg there. You're probably thinking you can do it, but it's a rush down towards middle. Stanislaw getting himself towards the bench. Doesn't go much further for now. Looking towards the underpass. Might have a freebie here towards Nitro. Doesn't quite get the instant kill, and Nitro will retreat.
Oh, and he's so screwed, and so is Liquid. Great damage on the way out. Stan, a frag, and then some. We'll see Liquid respond, though, in kind, and starting to regain control of Banana. No aggressive CT presence on B this time around. Instead, actually, just rotating Cirque very early into the piece. A 3-1 split from the defensive EG.
Smoke towards Coffin. All 4 players for Liquid here, fully committing. But there are 3 CTs. Sure, they don't have a whole lot, but these rounds can spiral. Ethan finds a gap in the Molotov, but it's a great shot from Twist.
Yeah, actually, Cirque's managing to just disappear into the smoke with more damage inflicted. Elige and Nitro are vulnerable to this USP. He's going to have to try and find the timing. That's the healthy member of Liquid just catching 1 bullet. They know where Cirque is now. Breezy on the way as well from CT. Naf has to take the fight. He realizes he has to take initiative.
Yeah, otherwise his teammate's going to go down with the eventual swing. Well, there we have it. It will be another round for Team Liquid, 3-1. It cost them 2 players and a lot of life. You can see Elise and Nitro down to around 10 HP, but that's absolutely fine. Their money's going to be pretty strong. If you win the round by virtue of Explosion, that's 3,500 extra for every member on the team. So money will be pretty good with 3 players surviving. That's what they do. Let's see what happens here. You can see this Spot being used. We saw it earlier in the tournament as well. Who is it that got a couple of kills? Brolan. I wanted to say Brian. It was him, wasn't it? With a USP no less. That was crazy.
It's so hard to see them in the flowers.
Yeah.
Adren.
They're clapping there?
A clap of contribution.
Go on, lads. You got this.
It's like I can't speak, but I can make noises with my hands. It must be brutal to be that coach in intense games like this. So much on the line, and then
I would be doing cartwheels and have like pom poms out. I'd be keeping the energy up.
I believe it.
I would be going for it.
You'd have a whole prop cupboard, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. I'd have outfits and props going on. That'd
Traveling
be great.
circus.
I think maybe that's my true calling. We'll see what happens. Either way, here we go then. It is going to be the investment from EG. 3 players towards the B side of the map. Ethan waiting by the half wall, and it will be a fast pounce towards A. These are one of those weird rounds. The money's low for EG. Just want to stay as a 5-man pack. There's pounce on the opposition. We'll see if it works out. They go towards quad here. Big first kill coming in. Surf to collect it, and he gets backup from the apartments as well. Elise will pull one back. Stewie 2K to join him, and now things become very interesting. Got Ethan pushing down towards the bottom of Banana, even on just 7 points of health. Nitro out-jaws the flank. Somehow, some way, they've got a 3-on-2.
They weren't even planning on going B, but with that, they're just going to change plans immediately. Utility, perfect use from Nitro. Locks out. No, it doesn't. No, he doesn't. And now Tarek can surprise. That's so good from Tarek. He's got a chance onto Elige as well. Rock hard play scenario, but the molly fades, and so does he. Straight back into construction, and Elige has been dealt a 1 versus 2. They're considering the boost. Circus saying, get on my head, young man.
So, fake plant coming in, and the boost works out incredibly well for them. I mean, it's going to be Cirque to close it out. What a fun round that was, though. It looked like Nitro had enough. They're absolutely right. They were going towards A. They were committing off that. But then the flank comes in. The missed shot from Ethan. That was their cue to get back into it. But it's all down to Tarek there. For Mass in hand, it was fight or flight at that point. The Molotov lands at his feet. He has 2 options. Fall back towards Ruins or go for the low HP players. He chooses the latter at that point. Pushes through, makes things very uncomfortable, and manages to close out the round. It's going to be Team Liquid on the back foot as we enter round number 6. They will enter with 2 pistols and 3 rifles, one of which is the Galil.
It's not the first time this series we've seen Tarek bail his team out with a heroic push.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been very brave this series, I'll say that much, and more often than not, it's worked out for him.
Nades towards Banana a little later into the set, but they arrive all the same. And the nade from the Team Liquid boys has chunked the defense. Stan and Ethan shaken. Looking to retreat. The Molotov towards sandbags just as a precaution. Banana control is theirs, and it does look like the CTs want to reaggress to get that information back. You can see they're just posturing, waiting for someone to take that fight.
Look at the mid control Elige and Nitro have managed to create here. Smoke down towards Library. Could go for a CT spawn push. It's the MP9 defending it as well. Ethan needs to drop some utility here, and that certainly works out for him. Nitro swallows the grenade. Stanislaw just dispatching of Stewie 2K. That's towards Banana as well. So he's confirmed that Banana is clear. They might even be able to justify rotating Ethan over here. Quads is where they'll go. Contact play, hoping Nap can open things up. Then they'll fully commit. Breezy towards Graveyard.
Very powerful position considering the circumstances. The 20 seconds. He will, however, get a little too excited. Shows his head and immediately gets put to bed. But it's Tarek and Cirque. No issues. The crossfire just slays them, taking 2 apiece.
Textbook. Really well played from EG. Didn't overcommit, didn't panic when one player went down towards Graveyard, believed in their crossfire, and you can see how difficult it is to deal with. You actually had fully swing towards the bomb site. He even pre-aimed that position, couldn't find it. 2 players is gunning them down with Kriegs in the back as well, and it will be 3-3. Excellent work here. Naf, great job. This is exactly what they wanted to do. Contact play into the pick, but it's such a brutal crossfire. Like, you're focusing the guy on the bomb site, you can duck and weave behind this pillar, and then you've got Tarek just raining down death from above. So a full eco here for Liquid. Glocks only, $2,000. With 3rd stage loss bonus coming in, it'll be $2,400 next round. You can't even justify a P250, a flash, nothing. You need everyone on 2K because you got to have enough AK armor, smoke, flash in the next round.
Ooh,
that's difficult.
Yeah, he's trying to show off.
Yeah, you don't see many players attempt that. You can just boost up, but it does look cool when they nail it.
He's already taken down 1, and so yeah, this should just be a formality. We'll just wait to see if maybe, just maybe, that bomb on the back of Nath gets anywhere close to the site, but you can see no issues for Cirque. He's going to try it. He's stomping around apartments, and that's the end of that. So, Evil Geniuses, they put the 4th on the board, and 3 of those have come back to back. You can see the recap there in the center of your screens. And while we have that up as well, a glance at the scores. We said Cirque relatively quiet, but not today here on Inferno. 9 frags to start things off. That CT side AWP is a good way to get his mojo flowing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's see whether he can bring it out soon. For now, they'll have to make do with the Krieg. It's going to be round 8. As I mentioned, there will be enough for AKs and basic utility. A couple of these players, Naf and Stewie, opting for utility instead. Is a 4-man push, though, from EG. Just throwing a couple of grenades from Cirque and Tarek. And that means that Ethan and Stanislaw, I believe, still have their HEs. So yes, they do. So they can now suggest, we've already used our HEs, come on up. And they can dump them at the half wall when they get at the very top here. They bounce off the skyline. Here they come. This is all by design. Does it work out for some good damage? Not really, but a cool idea.
Very, very cool idea, but 3 damage to show for it isn't quite ideal.
Yeah, that would be a lot more impressive if it like dunks on them and they didn't see it coming. That's a really cool play.
And it doesn't cost you too much. It's worth throwing in once or twice.
Yep, totally agree. So this will be a flash push now. They're going to segregate the barrel position and hope someone's like flashed in the corner. And they've confirmed at least they have control of Banana now. Not full control, but enough that they're not posturing outside the bomb site here. You can justify bringing Tarek back. Cirque, remember, doesn't have the AWP. He's on the Krieg, which is absolutely fine, but it means it won't be classic setups with Cirque holding Arch by himself. It'll be more crossfire mentality here.
God, it's so satisfying to watch this level of Counter-Strike, and you just admire the decision-making, just constantly having to solve a puzzle, except all the pieces are weirdly shaped and it's black, there's no image. Crazy stuff. 35 seconds. We are going to be seeing the smoke start to fly in.
Same crossfire that worked out so well for them before. A little bit of adjustment here. Smokes go down. Great shot from Stu.
A chance as well to find Cirque, but positioned in the off angle on the wall. He got the fight sooner than he bargained for. 20 seconds. It's all coming to A, and so are the CTs. The cavalry's on their way. Tarek calling them in. He has to find more than one here. Good catch in a second. Spectacular into the brains of Nitro. Round is far from over, though. Cirque's doing his best to confirm it. Another frag for him, and he's getting caught by Cirque through the box. 3 frags as he single-handedly secures the 5th.
I'm glad we got to the 3rd map. This is peak level CS right now. The skill that's being displayed in terms of the individual duels is just on a knife's edge every single time. It's not clear who has the superior aim. This is just brilliant Counter-Strike that's being played right now as we go 5-3. It's EG getting 4 rounds in a row. It'll be a tactical timeout for Team Liquid here. Money's okay. Hovering around the maximum loss bonus now, so everyone's got around $4,000. Nitro and Twist just beneath from 3,700, so they've got enough for AK armor. But an Inferno, a very tactical map, it might not be enough here. You just have to do a set piece towards B pretty much off the bat there. We'll see what they go for. Could just take a partial buy here. Looks to be the case with Twist and the CZ. Deagles will surely come out. A MAC-10, don't mind that at all. A gun that's become very prevalent within the game in the last year. We've really seen the true power in the last few months.
Yeah, I mean, especially considering all of these pressures on the CT economy, you do see these helmet sacrifices being made. In fact, even into this one. Perfect example. Breezy and Ethan. That MAC-10, you get a bullet into their brain, it really hurts.
Yeah, definitely does. Double AWP setup, though, for Ethan and Cirque. Now, Cirque hasn't had the most brilliant performance so far in this series, but this is one of his home maps. He is incredibly good. It suits aggressive AWPers on the CT side. You can really get stuck in. You can be dynamic. You can move around. We'll see whether he's still feeling it. It's going to be Breezy, though. Smoke towards the bottom. Just trying to see if there's anything he can gather from this little gambit towards the apartment position. Listening out for footsteps. Nice shot from Ethan.
That was a reaction test, and he's passed. Stewie gone. I think that was the rifle as well. It looked like he had some firepower in his grasp. Naf will be on the retrieval mission eventually, but for now, Liquid will be slowed down. All the way through spawn for the safe retrieval. Naf will do so with the bomb on his back. Does grab that Galil. So, piecing the T side back together again after their unexpected loss. Double AWPs on the CT side. The setup is Cirque long. And that second, comfortable with Ethan on B. Given middle for free here. And with 30 seconds, it's feeling all too familiar. That crossfire ripped them apart last time they tried. This time, Reezy's still graveyard, but he's missed his first. He can't find twists, and Naf has done enough, taking him down. It was Nitro's double that got them into the site. And Liquid, God, this is some top quality Counter-Strike. Rinse, repeat, different result. Twist hits his AWP shot.
You don't see him pick up the AWP too often, but he absolutely nails that one. It's enough to dissuade Ethan from this situation. He'll be sent packing. A massive victory here for Liquid. Remember, they entered with MAC-10s and CZs. They had enough for a buy, but opted for the partial instead, and it's led to fantastic results here. The double kill from Nitro with the CZ. It does have a snowball effect. It can turn into an avalanche very quickly. You get that first kill, you catch players repositioning, nades out. CZ lends itself to those sort of kills, and you can survive the bomb blast in the pit, of course, especially when it's planted over there, and they will leave with an AWP, a Krieg, and an AK-47. Massive upgrades across the board for Liquid, and plenty of money going forward as well. Still lots of cash for EG. Remember, they saved the AWP. They'll buy a secondary AWP once again. Here's a replay from Nitro. Let's see how quick these kills were. So his teammates is taking...
It was a nade as well. He got it towards Tarek on pit, and it was Twist to finish things off. As soon as Stan fell, the round was theirs. Into the 10th. Double AWPs are back, as you said. But we do get to see some T-side AWPing from Naf. It was thrown to Stewie, passed off to Naf. Let's see what his choices are in trying to perhaps catch Cirque or Ethan towards the mid-round.
Oh, he actually hits a leech with the half-wall there. If you hit them in the head, you can take them down, but that's still significant damage. Frustrating for Elise, just trying to make his way up. Smoke deployed on the B side. He's actually landed in front of the side itself. So this is what we'd call a fanatic smoke. You're taking vision away from coffins. You can actually use a contact play now to start walking in. You could even plan that smoke if you really wanted to. You've dump over 4 flashes. You could actually try and plan that smoke. I don't think that's going to be the play.
He's still alone. He is still on his own. Flash now. Smokes are on the site. Ethan versus the world. He will just pull back and wait for his team to arrive. But Liquid very quickly going to be starting to spread this plague around the site. The bomb soon to follow. Naf responsible for Banana. It's
going to have to be one hell of a retake here. That is confirming this side's clear. But Ethan gets one. Oh, he would have stolen the kill away there. This should be a 5-on-5 post-plant situation with 2 AWPs in the retake. Unless you start getting some early picks here, it's going to be difficult to justify it. A lot of money will be thrown away if this doesn't work out. Thinking about it.
They really are. They're considering it. Tarek's positioning. Stan's got the molly in his hand. He's going to try and get that towards Nubox. That will force Nitro into the fight with Ethan. That's the molly. Do we see the fight? Yes, you do, but Nitro's actually won it out. Takes down Stan. One in response from EG, but it's looking good for Liquid. Stewie's confirming it, and the Naf Deagle should be enough. All bodies dropped, and only 1 frag to show for it, actually. It looked like it was going to be a whole lot more.
I really feel like that one was just too far gone. With double AWPs, you've invested so much money into this round, and you've just lost the previous as well. The money's not great. You could have saved 5 players then and just said, you know what, we'll change the setup. We won't leave Ethan alone. He didn't get a kill. We'll just call this a gimme. We'll just let them have it. But unfortunately, I didn't like the retake there. They had enough utility. They got Incendiary down, but you've got 5 players. The bomb's already halfway gone, and you've got 2 AWPs in the retake. It's just a recipe for disaster, if you ask me. But it's led them to this position now. We've got USBs across the board, and 1 flash, just a pounce attack towards Banana. Might work out for a couple of kills there. We'll see.
Here we go. Whew, there you go. When world-class players have the USP. Oh my goodness, they get 3. Oh no, and more damage inflicted onto Twist. You're absolutely right, Henry. You can't write them out of rounds like that. A full eco, but they put all of their bodies towards Banana and take 3. Not too shabby. Credit to Ethan. We'll see that the boys from Liquid re-equip themselves, shake themselves off, as that 5-man push really did packed a punch.
Yeah, you got to be so careful in these sort of rounds. Like, even with USPs, they've still got world-class aim. If they hit the headshots, it's still going to do damage. And managing to find 3 kills there. Sure, you didn't win the round, but it has a knock-on effect. Take some cash out of the coffers of Team Liquid, as we'll take EG tactical timeout now. It's going to be 6-5 overall on our 3rd and final map. Money is a breaking point for EG with the reinvestments coming through. Stannis will have to make do with just the FAMAS here. They have 1 kit on the back of Tarek, so look out for that. Goes down in an awkward spot. Might not be possible to even defuse the bomb. Ooh. This is one of the rounds I'm asking Cirque to go for a pick. It feels like he needs to start stepping up in terms of that aggression. We'll see. He hasn't really got that mojo about him so far. Haven't seen that explosive potential on the CT side. Still plenty of time. He's done a great job with 13 kills, but hasn't gone for a disrespectful play, hasn't gone for those opening picks. He's played quite a...
They stole my mojo, baby.
yeah, it's the old Austin Powers quote for the young guns out there.
God, yeah, you're right. You can't really make Austin Powers
1997
references anymore. Oh, dear. Juicy. Early control, and actually Naf getting that AWP early into Boiler. It's quite the threat. He can hold that scope line. He can even catch Breezy as he leaves this balcony position. Twister's going to try and force him back. It's going to be a very hard shot to hit. He's not holding it, so for now, Breezy actually choosing to advance. First blood again. You ask Cirque to deliver. It's Nitro to make sure that doesn't happen. And another for Liquid. Elige, he's challenged by Stan. The trade's still possible, and even the bullets from Stewie, it was only one wild. Connecting into the toes of Stan brings him lower. Huge advantage, and Tarek has to be the hero. He's been here so many times, but he's still going to get one chance on the second. Twists, silences. And now the site is theirs, the plant is theirs, and the 7th soon to follow.
Yeah, absolutely confirmed. Liquid picked this one up. Oh, just think if they had saved those weapons, they'd have absolutely everything. Now, after the eco, it was a scrappy investment, and this is going to hurt them for a few rounds now. It's going to be very difficult to recover this half. They'll be 7-5 down. Loss bonus, I think, comes in a maximum next round, but $3,400 on the CT side, you can't really go near that. You're going to be like CZ armor, smokes. And Stan is still trying to save the Krieg here. It looks like he absolutely will. No real hunt's been called here by Team Liquid, but they're starting to edge a lead now. This is looking quite promising for them. After losing the pistol, remember as well, they lost the pistol, 4 sport in the second, managed to get 3 in a row. Had a spell of 4 where EG came online. It looked very strong indeed, and it all came down to that big eco victory for Liquid. I guess it was a partial buy, but at that point, they really have run away with it. That's 4 rounds in a row for them. So the Krieg is saved. It's 4th state loss bonus, so that's $2,900. So even less to work with here. So CZ armor does come through, a Desert Eagle for Tarek.
Oof, it's not pretty.
But this is all about smokes. That's what Inferno, the aim of the game, just try and hold them out as long as possible, try and deploy a smoke just as they're coming in, and you might have a chance with these pistols.
Cirque was trying to find that opening frag, and you saw it from Nitro's POV. He only had a slither, so the spray control to put all the bullets in the right place to eliminate Cirque there was fantastic. Good nade connections from EG, and that's what they needed, but they can't get striked right back. A taste of their own medicine. Good boost, a chance for a second, but Elige lines them up, knocks them down. A flash from Naf in perfect support. Now the B site should be theirs. The rotate in panic coming in from Cirque, and an armored P250 is not going to get him too far.
Probably not. See whether they can do anything about this one kill. I think that's probably all they're going to find. Elige with a stunning shot towards the Ruin's position, and yeah, Tarek might as well just save his smoke and deagle. That's about all he can do here. Breezy's got armor as well. Same story, the pistol and the smoke. They just, cash is the main problem on the CT side of this stage. If you can go for double AWP setups, that's what they want to be. And that's why I was saying you just need to save those weapons. That's the setup you want. This 5-on-5 retake you're about to attempt could actually ruin the entire half for you.
Yeah, I mean, you could be listening to this broadcast and going, "Oh my God, Henry, yes, we get it." But
sure,
you are seeing it.
Yeah.
It happen, manifest. Just imagine you can treat the next round like the one that they threw away. I mean, yeah. It's an interesting conversation to be had, and at this point, Leach wants more. He actually wants to try and take away what little the EG boys are preserving, hoping he could bait a push from Breezy, but nothing to be.
Yeah, not really worth it in the end. He was hoping a swing would come in, but doesn't want to offer up that Krieg, so doesn't fully commit to it. But it will be Liquid winning the half at this stage, at 8-5 up. And he's starting to stabilize, and here's the replay, that great flashbang from Nafla. You can see them just munching the walls there as Elige closes things out. His 9th kill so far, but again, important ones, and we'll see the AWP for Cirque, still on 13. Where does he position himself this time? Heading towards the quad side, so he could go for a pick towards the underpass position. We'll see if he wants to attempt that, but for now, it'll be Stewie 2K making his way towards Banana, the boost, looking towards T-steps. Oh, dear.
Oh, he's done it again.
Oh, dear.
Nitro, the nemesis of Cirque, it seems, here in middle. Catches him with one click of that SG, and oh, the tag, not the frag. Naf went hunting, and he's yet to mantle Tarek's head on his car. Instead, Tarek operating with just 1 health, but with an AWP, he can make that work. Through the smoke, you can see Stewie's waiting to catch Stan. Crouched in the smoke to get the advantage, but instead, Stan's going to have the perfect line. And the frag, advantage extended for EG.
Very winnable for Nitro. And just to nail the kill. His preemptive shots have been impressive, to say the very least. Flash over, 2-on-2, advantage Liquid now. making their way through. If they get that bomb down cleanly, they've got a great chance. Tarek's on 1 AP, 3 on 2, I should say.
This is looking brilliant. Nitro's managed to make a 4 versus 2 just feel winnable. In fact, it feels, just for a moment, like they had the advantage, but Twist is the one that wants to take it back. A double. Ethan ensures that the 6th will be EG's, but that's a damn fine attempt from Twists.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. It's going to be the final round coming in, and he might have just cost him a few grenades going forward there. So sure, he doesn't win the round, but we've got Cirque 3600, Breezy 4100. They'll have enough for weapons out there, but they're going to be missing a few bits and pieces. They could be influential going forward here. Round 15 coming up. Decent round from EG, just what they needed there. I thought Nitro had enough in him, but it's Breezy. Certainly be one of the MVPs so far for EG in this series. Twist inflicts a lot of damage. I think there was like a split second. If he knifes out and goes towards Ruins, he might survive it, but I'm not sure he would have done.
Yeah, and of course, there's also the chance that he just strafes around that corner and Ethan's like, what's up?
Yeah.
Cirque's not been too thrown off by the fights Nitro's been winning. Still holds the mid-fight. Especially confident with, oh my God, Nitro.
Again.
How many opening kills has this man had? It feels like he's had abundance of them. Stewie, fully flashed, but still inflicting great damage. There's nades and there's bullets. It feels so intimidating to try and fight for Banana. Every time they do, someone from EG's limping back to the site.
Frustrating to say the least. Looking good for a 9-6 half on the T side here. 5 on 3, it's their round to give up. All they really have to do now is wait 30 seconds or so, probe around the map, try and bait out the final bits of utility, and a 5-man execution pretty much anywhere should guarantee things. And judging that the fact that Ethan's been alone towards B more often than not, that should be your go-to call here.
You can see they're holding the smokes. It's going to be all 3.
He'll potentially get 2 kills there, Ethan, but anything less than that, it's just a guaranteed round.
Oh, he actually eats the second flash. He's full blind. He doesn't even get a chance to contest. This site is Liquid's, and the 9th is theirs. It's the last round of the half. They're going to have to do their very best, Cirque and Tarek. Oh, but look at Twist. He's not even going to let them get to B. Certainly not the first. Looking to reset his recoil into Cirque. He's looking to pull out the Julies. Not even allowed to use them. 9-6, Team Liquid. They exploit an EG misstep and take a significant lead on that side. They're going into the defense, looking to secure a spot in the upper bracket. G2 waiting. Let's see if it pays off when we return. ESL Pro Tour CSGO Masters Championship. It's the very first Masters of the ESL Pro Tour. We're in Katowice, and it's time to see if Team Liquid can make good on the promise they made to EG with a spectacular T-side. Or will this domestic derby still have many twists and turns? To find out, I'm Machine, and I'm joined by Henry G. We're getting into the attack from the Evil Geniuses after a pretty damn good display from their opponents.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun this series. It's always such a spectacle of individual skill. Inferno has delivered on all fronts, 9-6, not much separating these two teams. We're getting to the T-pistol for EG right now. 2 smokes, 4 flashbangs suggest a B approach to me, but it could be anything. We will find out as we get into the first round here. Diffuse kits and 3 HEs on the CT side. Where will they deploy those? Not at the very start of the round, at least. It's first smoke towards quad, and this is a 5-man push towards Arch.
Here they come. This could be the airstrike. Oh, and their health bars just evaporate. Good damage as well. It's Naf and Nitro just dancing with them. 2 members already gone and pushing through the smoke. Elise, what's going on there, Flash? I'm confused, but not Twists. He's the one to find the headshots, and now Stan left wondering where his team has gone. As the smokes fade, there's 4 CTs hunting him down, and that's a quick way to conclude the war cry of Stewie. And the 10th on the board for Liquid. He must be such a nuisance to play against when they're ahead.
Yeah, they can definitely hear that. That's cool. Well then, we do get into the second round, and no bomb planted for EG. Didn't really find much more than 1 kill. So they're going to buy 3 HEs and deploy them, I would assume, towards top of banana or top of middle, and see if they get a quick kill and just try and pounce on the opportunity. It's very unlikely they'll find a frag unless they're 3 perfect grenades here. But let's wait and see, shall we? Glocks behind them, so it's going to be a B attack with these HEs. Pretty decent effort, should do some damage, but not enough for a frag, unfortunately.
Naf's just hunting for some $600 treats with these SMGs. There's 4 of them in the server, so Liquid trusting that these close duels, and they do know, of course, and just the Glock train going to be coming into the station here. Seems like it's going to be stopping at A.
All aboard.
Choo-choo.
Doesn't look good. Run the corner through the flames here. And it's going to be Nitro just farming cash there. $600 per kill, that MP9. One of the strongest weapons in the game right now. It's unbelievable. We've got 4 of those entering what will be the first gun round. Another sort of bonus situation here. Liquid, it's one of those rounds where you're kind of burdened by your own success at this point because you've got 4 MP9s at Famas. You don't even have an M4, but still winnable on a map like Inferno. It lends itself to this sort of playstyle. You can tuck yourselves in, have ratty crossfires, sit in the smokes. It's got to play a little bit differently.
Yeah, sure, a change of play style, but I mean, is there any excuse for not having 2 FAMAS in there just to make that second round?
You don't want to waste money in CSGO. Like, you're probably not going to win this round, but as long as you get 2 or 3 kills, you've still got a healthy buy going forward. Those dollars are very, very important. So yeah, they don't think they're going to win this, but they'll definitely try and make it as annoying as possible for them. Don't let them run the defaults, have awkward positions, pounce crossfire set up. And they won't be playing super aggressively here. They're going to try and run the clock down, as we mentioned, with those smokes, and suggest a little banana control. That T-spawn smoke means that they don't know what's on the other side here. There's only 1 player, which is pretty standard for Liquid, leaving Stewie on that side. But they have to investigate it. They have to dump some utility here just to clear out the logs, for example.
Stewie's going to be jumping for info, just wants to try and confirm if anyone's not respecting that deep banana smoke. And ooh, the flash lands. His response, ooh, not going to be the close molly. I think they got to logs a little quicker than he anticipated. He'll tuck into the site.
That's fine, though. He wants to hold on for that as long as possible. It's only when they commit that he really wants to drop that incendiary. So sure, he could have kept them from the half full, but it wouldn't have done a whole lot for them. He still has the incendiary. A smoke's gone down. That's going to buy him 15 more seconds at this point. So a double set up towards the apartments, yields a frag. That's Breezy going down. What a scalp to find. And now you can see how this works. Only 2 smokes remaining for EG. A 5-on-4, and we still have the incendiary for Stewie. At this point of the round, this is crucial. If he can deploy that correctly, which he just has, unfortunately, a little bit too early, that would have been fantastic. So here comes the final play potential. It's a bit of a ruse towards B. So the bomb's down towards middle.
But they're pushing through short to check it. Twist Elise is going to contest. He has to stop him. No. Instead, Stan gets the frag and panicking to respond is Nitro. The molly, they're ahead of it. He does land the dink, but it's not quite enough. Damage inflicted. 2 members bleeding internally on EG. A nice catch. Do eliminate Ethan. Tarek, however, left to his own devices, still found another with his low HP. 2 frags to his name. He's done enough. It's Stan that will have to stand up against the 2 Liquid members closing in for the retake.
Oh, should have got a frag there. Probably doesn't affect the outcome of the round, but still, it's going to be now Fly to save an AK-47. So they don't win the round, certainly had the option to, but that's about what we expected, right? 2 or 3 kills, they save an AK, they're definitely buying up in the next round, so the money's going to be very tight for EG, and Liquid have done enough here. NAF will save the AK-47, and they're going to bring out the heavy artillery going forward. So EG win the round, that's quite a hollow victory. They're still feeling it, though.
Yeah.
I would say that's more successful for Liquid going forward, but we'll see how this one pans out. They get 3,500 per player for winning on the T side. You can see Galil's have to be brought out now just to compensate and give them extra utility. Nice opening frag there for Liquid. Wasn't quite enough in the end, but a great effort.
Yeah, I mean, that fight that Twist's had on Stanislaw, it goes very differently if he has, you know, catching on that bomb loose, maybe damage onto Tarek before he can cross to the side. It's a whole different kettle of fish, but fantastic from Stanislaw to win that duel.
So Stewie, the anchor, he's given the AK-47. It's got more one-tap potential, right? You want to be playing those positions like Ramprom on Nuke, V-Sight on Inferno. Give those players the AKs, if possible. Very fast push from Breezy, making a lot of noise. At least be ready and waiting for him. He's going to maybe get a double kill here, but the flashbang catches him. That's delivered by Cirque, and it's a fast pounce towards Quad.
There's only one man on the side at the moment. Twist towards the balcony. They're all around him. He's hoping that they jump straight into his jaws, and they do. Lowers Cirque, and he's left alone as well. Great damage from Twist. Nitro caught another as well, so now all onto the one-man army. He's gone. Stewie makes sure of it, and that's the 12 for Liquid. And those roars from EG were short-lived.
Absolutely. And there's no real loss bonus behind them at this point, so that's a massive round for Liquid to pick up. It kind of shows you the mentality of losing the previous round, not a huge deal. You know you've got a great chance of picking this one up. It's 12-7. Galil's, CZs, this is exactly what I was talking about. Now they're in the driving seat. So it's the Krieg for Cirque. With no utility so far, gets a smoke and a flash, and it's a real compromise situation for them. Give this round up, you're 13-7 down, then you're full eco going forward after that. This is a bit of a nightmare at this point. This is not a must-win round, but you're not looking in a very good place if it falls apart.
A double and a dink from Twist in that pit position with 3 players closing in on him. That is phenomenal. Oh, Naf getting a little flirtatious with some aggression towards Banana. Just tucks himself in case anyone wanted to disrespect that close molly. But respect plentiful, and that's a risk from Stewie. He took one before he went down, and the trades were favoring him. Instead, through the smoke, Cirque connects. 3-3.
Well, that pits everything into a bit of a standstill now. Elige, though, this is such a great reaction. He's confirmed they're committing towards B. No one's falling back off this one. Great intel gathered. It means Twist can rotate and back up with Nitro. Do they have a smoke for CD Spawn? There's plenty of utility on the T side. They haven't anticipated that. Lovely shot from Elige. Drops the incendiary. He's locked them in there. Slam the door behind them. They're going to have to go for it.
He's just got a hot stick. He's poking their bottom saying, get into B! And they run straight into the army. Twist is all doing it. Oh, excuse me, let me try again. Doing it all. Long day. But 13-7 Liquid, they're really closing in on it. And it's such a brutal economic situation. It was CZ's the round before. And look at the damage coming into the next. This looks like a guaranteed 14th, Henry. EG are running out of chances to take the series.
Absolutely true. They got $2,400 per player here. Like I said, they can't really justify any expenditure here. They can't take a partial buy. Has to be the full eco, which is reflected now. PD50s, no armor, 1 smoke, 14-7 pretty much locked in. Now we're getting to must-win territory in the next round.
This one could be a very quick in. 2 frags from Elige. The nade did so much damage as well on those that still live. Don't want to let that rifle fall into enemy hands. There's 2 actually aggressively standing on it.
Yeah, worth the recovery if you can get it. You do not want to let that fall in the hands of Breezy, let me tell you.
Breezy, just the one. And there's the final frag. Twist, he's been getting plenty of those multi-kills towards the closing stages of Inferno. And we will see EG look to really put as much thought into this one as they can. A timeout called. They realize that the game, the series, hangs in the balance.
The chips are down at this point, Alex. Can't afford to give the next few rounds up. We are in must-win territory now. 1 round will give Liquid series points. They were the favorites coming into this with us and the analysts for Inferno. And they really are in a commanding position now. Plenty of money. 14-7 up. AG haven't posted much on their T side so far. Currently 5-1 down. As we enter round number 22. The Orb South is Cirque, currently sat on 15 kills. Everyone's in double digits. No one's really dropping off on the EG side. Everyone's turning up. All 10 players hitting their shots, and that's what we want to see.
And so, Time to see if this show has any more twists and turns or if it will be a neat and tidy finish for Liquid to secure a battle versus G2 tomorrow for our semi in the Spodek. Good damage, Naf's gone. Stewie doesn't choose to back away initially. Instead, it's a Molotov and he stands his ground. Alicia's rotated in, so they'll play 2-2. Wants to try and flash Stewie back into the site, I think. Cirque wins the duel big. It's been a while since we saw Cirque in the feed.
Nice little alley-oop from Breezy as well. That flashbang, it's perfectly timed. That's all been pre-run and structured. Flashbang pops off, he swings through. They've got themselves a 5-on-3 now. We said this is the must-win round and looking very good to pick it up. Making their way back towards B potentially, but Stewie 2K will fend one off, make it a couple. Can he get out of this one? He absolutely can. Drops a smoke as well. Fantastic work from Stewie. Brings it back into a 3-on-3. That's why he's the anchor at the B bomb site. If he's on form, that's enough. That's fantastic work.
It goes from looking like an EG round to straight up, no idea. Here come the smokes. They're going to commit on these, and they know Stewie still lingers on the site. Past tense now, because Breezy's walked in with his Krieg. One of the kings of this weapon. And well.
Their poor smoke towards CT spawn actually gives them a slight gap to get the rotating players in. That's not bad at all. So they still win the round, and that's a sigh of relief for EG. That was locked in. Stewie 2K almost stole it away from them. Twist will have no choice but to save the Krieg at this point. He's already at the A site. And we see another round. The second for EG posted here. It was Stanislaw that opened up the fragging, got them into a 5-on-4, managed to find the third, but unfortunately, Stewie 2K, the fly in the ointment, slowed them right down, but what a shot that was from Breezy towards the new boxes. He doesn't miss many.
And it all started as well with that, the flash as well to set up Cirque.
Yeah, good
Breezy
point. He
did a lot. Did a lot that round, yeah, whether it's bullets or flashbangs. Step 1 and round 2 for their T-side campaign. Evil Geniuses have got off the starting mark again. First time we saw them pick up a T round was the 3rd of the second half.
Just a note as well, look at the utility damage. Elysia and Nitro, between them, have 650 damage. And just to look at the high performers on the EG side, Stanislaw with 300, but everyone else hovering around 50 to 100 here. So it's Liquid winning in that side of the game, a very important fact on Inferno, that's for sure. We're going to see the MP9, the FAMAS come out with a double AWP setup. Naf can hit some spectacular shots. We've seen that on Nuke. And we joined by Nitro this time. A deadly duo entering round number 23.
Boosting him up. We'll wait for the smoke to fade. Oh, Elige, he has no idea just how close he was.
So he's got the FAMAS there. So he's just suggesting, oh, he's come and got a pistol.
Ooh, look how appealing I am.
Come and get me. But he has got the rifle. That's pretty smart.
All the little tricks of the trade.
So that's like, oh, now they'll know they're fully bought into the round, but just suggesting they might be on a partial buy here, but Naf confirms they're certainly not. Double AWP setup, remember. Nitro, they'll be patrolling towards Arch. Leave still with that Desert Eagle. Peeking Cirque, and oh,
gets it.
God.
Deagle versus AWP. The Observer wasn't expecting it, and I don't blame him. That's ridiculous stuff.
He had no business finding that kill. That's insane. Looks like Liquid. They found series points in quite a convincing manner, I have to say. Unreal from Elige. Let's slow that one down. Let's see how he pulled that one off.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a FAMAS on his back that whole time. We thought it was all just a bait and switch. Maybe he just loves the Deagle that much.
You've got a top 5, very quick AWPer, ready and waiting with crosser on you, and somehow you've swung out and found that 1D. Remarkable scenes here. Twist with a clinical spray down to finish things off. And that's happened.
We lost the game, I guess.
Damn, you don't get to see the Deagle.
One day. It won't be long before someone finds it, digs through the demo. Cirque, embarrassed by the Elige Deag, but the round continues now in 24. You see Banana Control taken a lot earlier than EG typically do, but expecting that retake from the CTs. We've seen Elige flashing Stewie in at times. Evil Geniuses, should they concede, they'll be thrown to a brutal lower bracket, which we saw Mousesports thrown into earlier on today. 100 Thieves and Mad Lions make up the rest of that lower bracket. One more spot, loser of this. Winner meets G2.
One more round will do it for Liquid here. Up against the Galils. The MAC-10 does not look good for EG. 7 rounds in a row required just for overtime. Up against a fully equipped Liquid here. They've got some mid-control. It's cost them almost everything, though. The flashbang will have to be spot on. It actually is. At least he's sent packing, does a lot of damage. Can he get out?
How is he alive?
Just. He'll go down eventually, surely. Yes, he will. He does a lot of damage towards Stan, but they've got the advantage at least.
What is Stewie up to? He's hoping to catch them unawares on top of the bench, but I am concerned that this pincer could come tumbling down. Look at the low HP on Stan and Tarek. If Stewie plays this right, he is in a prime position to do damage. They haven't checked him. They haven't checked him at all. Cirque, however, does get him, and they do make the call. This will be another for EG. Neat and tidy to finish as well, as Breezy will lurk around A and catch Nitro before he can even think about rotating.
All 5 players survived there, Alex. Now 6 rounds in a row. And if you're Liquids, you've got $3,000 here per play. You've got Twist at the top end of 5K. I think just a partial buy would do here. You don't need to force this one. Let's not open the door of opportunity too wide. You can close things out with a CZ Scout MP9 combo. Don't have to fully invest at all. So round 25 coming up here. Should be double digits for EG, no problem. Barely even a partial buy. This would be, I'd call this an eco. A couple of PD50s, no armor, no nades.
A modern day CSGO eco.
Exactly, yeah. So, not expecting too much here. Common spam. You can see Stanislaw getting the assist there. Did manage to headshot one of them through the wall, I believe. So there we go. It's Nitro down to 24. Breezy knows there's a few lovely kills available. He does get tagged by the scout. Where's the swing from Nitro? Should be a kill. Could have been a couple.
Nearly. Tarek, he was looking at Boiler. Quick to react, and Nitro could not find that first. He probably got 1 bullet opportunity before the reaction was going to come in. Just not quite on the dome. Good work, though. This is the power of Scouts and Pistols, a powerful partnership that we've been seeing an awful lot of. Not quite going to be giving them the round, though, as you can see. Very smart play from EG. I'm maybe speaking a little too soon, because with a frag like that from Naf, he has grabbed a weapon. No armor, though, and not really much health. They know where he's leaving. And EG, just a formality now, will go ahead and get that bomb down, secure the double digits. That's a nice little spree. This will put the 4th round of their T-side campaign, but they have to continue with quite the run. Another 5 required. They need a 9-round run if they want to fight this one off.
Yeah, we'll see whether it's possible. Looking good so far. That's going to be 2 out of 2 completed. Money will be strong, though, going forward for Liquid. Twister with 3,500. He's got the scout on his back right now. I guess he can use that for the next round. Not ideal, but might as well if he's still got it. Holding towards T-steps right now as the bomb is guaranteed to go off. 3 players survive for EG, including the Cirque AWP. You're going to see this come to its logical conclusion. They'll jump in the pit, and the sniper surely going to come out on the CT side once again. Just one more round will do it. It's the 3rd and final map here. There we go. Everyone survives in the pits, and you can see them not really feeling it just yet. Probably a couple more rounds, and these fist bumps will get a bit more enthusiasm behind them, a bit more power.
A bit more knuckle breaking.
Yeah. And you'll hear the screams come back in. They're going to need like 2 more to start believing. Which can definitely happen. This is the hardest round in the whole game to get. The final one, once you get to 15, the mentality shifts. No one wants to be the first player to go down, and you're just trying to stay alive. You lose that killer instinct somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen time and time again. I mean, even earlier on today, let's not forget the Mousesports G2 game where even when you get a 12-3 half, you're not safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Comebacks and Counter-Strike.
A lot of mind games going on in these derbies, and that's a great flash.
Ooh. Oh, he's so
committing. He goes through the flames, he gets away with it. This could be it. Oh, he's going for a bit more, potentially.
Stan had a nade in his hand.
It would be reckless if Stewie went for this.
Gets flashed in, and gets the frag, a chance onto Cirque, and oh my goodness, he's getting away. Stewie wants to win this round, he wants to go home. The shuttle's here, lads, and not quite all of them.
He still went for another kill.
He's so hungry.
Madman.
Wow, Tarek unchecked from the pit position. There is a CT in there. It was a twist to didn't quite make the call. He's playing the very passive line because they have such an advantage. You will not let this one slip away.
Bombs down in T steps. Yeah, they've got a hell of an advantage here. There's nothing they can really do with his mid control right now. Tarek's is going to have the whole position. He can't give up quad. This is at least promising in that respect. Still with a bit of vision here. Ali's going to drop an HE near his position. Won't do a ton of damage, but the bomb has been recovered and back towards middle it heads. 4-on-2 now. This round was secure for Liquid.
Tarek will catch just a sniff of the CT's in sight. Twists his patience on holding that line. He confirms it. Team Liquid, they secure the win. They're up against G2 tomorrow. They'll be battling for a bye in the quarterfinals. Arena guaranteed for Team Liquid, and they've come into 2020 firing on all cylinders.